try to mix in some of our other stuff as we do sit and wait for an MSU and Engler response. News of the day, as Ryan put it, Des Bryant cut by the Cowboys. I know we've got a couple people who want to talk about that as it would pertain to the Lions. I'll tell you what I'll do. Instead of just giving you a dissertation, let's have a conversation with Jason, and then we'll get into it. Jason, go ahead. You want Des?
Hey, why not? I mean, if he's not going to be a problem in the locker room, I mean, let's take a chance on him. Maybe spark the offense. Maybe take Stafford to that next level. Maybe take Golden Tate, Marvin Jones to that next level.
Well, here's the thing, and I need your opinion on it. I mean, what exactly do you perceive Des Bryant to be?
An experienced wide receiver.
Right, who's going to be 30 in November.
Yeah, I understand that.
And he hasn't been very productive, and he's a bit of a hothead.
With Dak Prescott as his quarterback, right? Wasn't that more of a running style offense than a
certainly. I'm saying that when you watch Dallas and you look at it, Des Bryant, for whatever reason, just isn't what he was. And I like him, but I don't love him. I don't know where he fits here. I mean, who are you taking snaps from? You've got Galladay, you've got Tate,
right.
You've got Marvin Jones. Now, you want to draft a guy who's dirt cheap and you want to bring him along slow and have him be a part-time guy, that's different. If you're bringing in Des Bryant, he's going to want to be the number one option.
No, you're right on that. But, I mean, he might have to swallow some pride here and take the number 2 or 3 wide receiver.
Here's what I would argue, Jason. It's just how I feel. I think somebody will bring him in and guarantee him a bigger role, and I think that's what Des cares about. Now, he has already said he wants to stay in the NFC East. Well, he ain't going to the Giants. That's not happening. Redskins could be a landing spot because that's a dumpster fire, and I don't think there's any way the Eagles would bother. I really don't. So, look, if you guys want Des, you can have him. I'm not interested. I don't think you need that guy in this locker room. And frankly, I don't trust his abilities moving forward.
There's been a few, most likely destination charts that have been popping up today. Where will Des Bryant play next? Bills, Packers, Ravens, Saints are kind of the top 4 right now. Green Bay would be interesting.
I don't know. I'm not a Des guy.
I'd love him here.
Are you serious?
I'm not.
You're the guy who always complains about people wanting names.
I know, but I think
you're going to allow this.
I want talent, though. I don't care about character. I don't care about hothead. I want a guy that's talented. Des Bryant's one of the most athletically gifted wide receivers in the league. He hasn't had a quarterback the past few years to throw him the ball.
Come on.
He hasn't. He's had a quarterback that can throw dink and dunk passes and that can hand the ball to Zeke Elliott. He hasn't had a guy since Tony Romo that could get him the ball. Bring him here.
You want
give him a
Des Bryant
chance.
here?
Yes. Des Bryant, Golden Tate, Marvin Jones, Kenny Galladay. That's a damn good core if you ask me.
But what role does he play?
I don't think that this team I don't think this team has a number 1 wide receiver.
Right, but you're bringing along Galladay, who is a high draft pick, who is your big receiver.
And I love him.
He can go down the field. You got 2 guys that, look, I know Jones will catch a deep ball here or there. You know Golden Tate is more of the slot guy, the short guy. You're not bringing in a 30-year-old vet with a big ego and putting him in as one of the guys. I mean, could I see Dez go to Green Bay and be opposite Devontae Adams because Jordy Nelson isn't there? Maybe. Could he go to the Saints and be the guy? I don't think he's what you think he is.
Lions saved, $8.5 million cut in Ebron? Put some of that towards Dez. Get him here. Build this offense. Look, clock's ticking with Stafford. Only have so much time left. Get him a playmaker
you got 5,
like
6
this.
years.
It's ticking. You got to do something within these next few years. Get a playmaker here.
David, where are you at? You won't even look at Sully right now.
Because he said this to me when this guy started his call. He said, I want Dez. And I'm like, what? Dez is declining. And I told this to this guy that was on the phone, and he laughed at me. What do you mean he's in decline? He hasn't done anything in 3 years, okay? After his injury in 2015, he hasn't done a thing.
Yeah, 2014 was the last year I remember him being Dez.
He hasn't done anything, and the fact that you want to bring a guy in when you already have a young Galladay who can stretch the field on the outside, I don't think this is a good idea to bring him in. Seattle or Jacksonville, I think, is a perfect spot for him. A team that needs a possession receiver, that type of receiver, that's a perfect spot. This isn't. The Lions don't need a name. They need production, and he won't give that to them right now. He's done.
What about Cincy? Opposite A.J. Green. And then you got guys like LaFell and their first-round pick, John Ross, out of Washington, who are slot, you can speed guys, right? Like, would you go there?
I guess I just see it as I think people want to go somewhere where they win, and I'm sorry. Cincy, they're not winning anything anytime soon. But money-wise, yeah, sure, go to Cincinnati because he can get it there.
People, do you really want Dez Bryant here? I mean, I'll give this a chance. If Sully wants him, I know our caller wanted him. I don't. I don't think he makes you better.
It's like, why not, though? We've talked about this whole offseason.
Because I don't think he makes you better.
But this whole offseason, we've talked about the Lions not making moves to better the team, not going out and getting anybody of substance. Go out and get a wide receiver that's talented.
He doesn't make you better.
Yes, you would.
How?
He can stretch the field. He's a huge
So can Galladay, so
target.
can Marvin Jones.
Right, you can have all of them. I'm not criticizing those guys. I'm saying I want a number one, though. I don't think Golden Tate or Marvin Jones are number one wide receivers in this league. Bring number 88 here.
What leads you to believe he's still a number one?
Because he has the physical ability still, and he has not had a quarterback that's been able to get him the ball, and that has been a quarterback that has arm strength, that has accuracy like Stafford does. I mean, Dak Prescott can dink and dunk. We know that. He hasn't been in an offense the past couple years where he can stretch the field.
What kind of money is he looking for?
I mean, last year made what, $13 million last year?
Yes, I believe so.
Let's assume right around there, right? 16 the years before. Not going to get that.
People, you could try to talk me into it. Maybe you could help Sully. By week 8, the dude will be 30 years old. I haven't been thrilled with him in several years now. David and I are in lockstep on this. Sully, I'm not killing you on it. I'm just surprised. I can't change how their offseason has been. I can't fix the fact that they didn't go out and get better, right? It doesn't mean I just want to throw money at a guy that I don't necessarily believe fits here. I think you want to give Galladay a bigger role. I think you have guys that can go downfield already with him, along with Marvin Jones. Dez is not a team guy. And I don't know that you have a strong enough locker room to bring that guy in. Like, if you're the Packers, the Sheriffs already exist there, right? If you're the Pats, if you're the Steelers, you can bring a Bryant in because you police yourselves. No one's going to put up with his nonsense. I don't know that you have that guy here. I'm sorry. When we used to have TJ on Tuesdays, which I hope we can do again this year, I said it. I go, TJ, it doesn't matter if you yell and scream. Nobody's listening to a guard. Stafford doesn't strike me as that guy. Glover Quinn, that guy? Ziggy Ansah, that guy? You don't have those guys. You need a locker room that has accomplished stuff that Dez Bryant wants in order to effectively bring him into the hierarchy of your room. I don't trust Dez Bryant. It's the same. Look, I feel the same way about Odell. The difference is Odell's talent is so much more than Dez Bryant. But you can't just take Odell Beckham and put him in every locker room and have it work. I think he'll self-destruct. That's part of the issue. Might be part of the issue that the Giants don't go with a quarterback. Eli Manning commands that room. I know it sounds crazy because we only look at him as the dude who breathes through his mouth. But Eli commands the room. He's got 2 rings. And he has a respect because he works hard. Giants draft a rookie. I'll tell you one thing. Odell could ruin that kid. Screaming, yelling, crying, punching walls, marrying, kicking nets, the whole bit. No, seriously, Mike, Dez Bryant can't be trusted.
Is it wrong, though, that I just want something to be excited about?
You want to play video games. That's what you want to do.
This offseason's has been silence.
Mike wants to go home with his roommates, and he wants to execute the computer trade to get Dez on the Leos.
It certainly helped the team.
I don't even think he's fast anymore.
Guys, let's not act like he's 37 years old. He can still play football.
Mike, he wasn't fast out of college. That was a decade ago.
He had ankle and
he's got plastic feet. Yeah. His feet are actually made out of Legos.
But I don't think it's that crazy of a setting to bring him in here. You have a bunch of veteran wide receivers with Galladay. You have a veteran quarterback.
But
you have a blue-collar type
is,
team.
Do you have the leadership? And would he? Oh boy, David is just giggling. I normally don't see this side of him. Do you have the leadership? And do you have an assurance that he would check his ego? See, I don't see that. Mike?
I think he could be contained, yes.
248-539-9797. Sully has absolutely turned into a fan, and it is precious to see. Dez Bryant to the Lions? I say no. David says no. Sully's over here on PlayStation.
Let's do something for once this offseason, not just sit around and do nothing.
If you're, trust the process the Patriot way.